Some shapes are too complex for any formula in this code to evaluate honestly. UG-101's answer isn't more math, it's building a real part and finding its actual limit under real pressure. Welcome back to ASME Section 8 Division 1 in 5 minutes. Season 3, Episode 5, Proof Tests. UG-101 exists for one specific situation, when a component's strength genuinely cannot be computed with satisfactory accuracy, exactly the reversed skirt dished heads from Episode 1, or geometries too irregular for any standard formula in this division. Instead of forcing an unreliable calculation, the code lets you establish MAWP empirically, build the actual part, apply real pressure, and let the material tell you its own limit directly. There are two fundamentally different approaches. Tests based on yielding are limited to materials with a yield to tensile strength ratio of 0.625 or less, enough margin between yield and failure to make the test meaningful and controlled. Tests based on bursting are exactly what they sound like, pressurizing the part until it actually fails, to establish the real ultimate limit. The code is blunt about it: safety of testing personnel gets serious, explicit consideration, especially for burst testing. One safeguard worth knowing: the part being tested can't have previously been subjected to more than 1.3 times the desired MAWP, adjusted for temperature. That closes an obvious loophole. You can't pre-stress or pre-damage a part through some other process and then use it to establish an artificially generous pressure rating. The test has to reflect a genuinely fresh, representative part. Here's the economically important part. Once you've proof-tested one part, you don't have to destroy every single unit after it. Duplicate parts, same design, same or equivalent material, same dimensions and heat treatment, just need a standard hydro or pneumatic test from Episode 8 of Season 1, not another proof test. Geometrically similar parts across a size range can be qualified from a curve built on at least 5 test points, using the lower bound of the data, with extrapolation explicitly forbidden. One expensive test, responsibly leveraged across a whole product line. The test itself is methodical. Pressure rises to about half the anticipated working pressure, then climbs in small increments, holding and releasing to zero after any step that shows increased strain, watching for permanent deformation. Inspectors can also require a brittle coating on the part beforehand, a coating that visibly cracks under high stress, showing exactly where the real danger zones are before a single strain gauge gets placed. Quick recap: UG-101 is for geometries a formula genuinely can't evaluate. You test to yielding or to bursting instead. A part can't have prior pressure history above 1.3 times the target MAWP, and once one part is proof tested, duplicates and similar parts can skip retesting under strict conditions. That's Season 3, Episode 5. Full test procedure is linked below on Weld Fab World. Subscribe. Episode 6 covers minimum attachment welds at openings.